Hello there everybody, this is Reggie time, and in a moment I'll be showing you another hand from one of my sessions recently which I thought gave me some food for thought. But first of all, we'll go through the result of the last hand that I posted just a few days ago. We isolated a limper with King 7 suited, we got a hitchhiker in the big blind, we flop 2 pairs, we bet, we get called, turn break, we bet again, we get called, and then our friend donked the river for $12.60, and in line with what most of the replies were. I didn't get too many replies, but the replies I did get in line with most of the replies, I did indeed find the fold. I wasn't too happy with it, but I think when we're paying off versus this type of player taking this line, I think we can exploitably overfold there and not worry too much about it, especially when the backdoor flush gets there, the gut shot gets there. I just think he's going to have it too often, so I elected to fold. I wasn't pleased about it, which is why I posted the hand, and we're about to now look at another hand that I also kind of felt a little bit lost with. So here we are with the hand in question. We have I Love FIFA 17, who's a Romanian regular. I know quite a bit about him. He's pretty loose aggressive pre-flop, not as aggressive post-flop, but that's probably because he's not super positionally aware. He opens 20% under the gun, he only opens 30% on the button. He's kind of just opening a lot of hands, but he's opening them from all positions. Min raises his standard open. He's a regular, he's maybe one of the better ones in the pool, but still, he wouldn't be like my war strike is in 30. He's not good. If he was playing on poker as something, he'd probably be a losing player. But I'm guessing he's a winning player in these games. So I elect to 3-bet my queens, given that his range is so wide, and he only folds to 3-bets around 35% too, over my 1,000 hands that I've got on him in my database. I haven't put the stats up because we don't have stats at the time of the hand, so I'm kind of going from memory when I'm playing. So I'm trying to go from memory now when I'm describing the action, describing my reads. So we 3-bet expecting to call with a lot of hands, and he does call. And we get to what looks like a good flop for 2 queens. So I make a pretty standard size C, but I guess we could go bigger given his range is wider than lots of players would be. I mean, my guess is he's probably not folding pocket pairs to 3-bets pre-flop, especially when he's in position, so he can have all the sets here, but he can also have lots of other things like 3s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 9s, plus just some suited connectors, I guess, some broadways. So I think it's a good flop for our hand. So we go ahead, we see where he calls, which doesn't surprise me. Then we get a not great turn card. But I didn't want to give up the initiative. I was kind of on a bet fold line at this point, thinking we're going to bet something here and probably going to fold if he shoves. I'm not sure if that's great or not, but that was my thinking at the time. So with that in mind, I went for a 690, and again, he can still have all the sets. He can certainly have a 6 pocket 6s here that you don't imagine he would have folded the flop with a hand like pocket 6s very often on that board texture, maybe some of the time. Obviously the flushes have completed. Don't think he has any 2 pairs. He could certainly have some flushes, 10-9 of diamonds plus, I guess 10-9 of diamonds through king queen of diamonds. He would certainly play this way and maybe not raise the flop. And then he can obviously have some ace 10, ace jack, ace queen diamonds, that type of thing. So he can certainly have flushes, he can have all the sets, but again, even now he can still have some overpairs, although it's starting to feel like it's getting just a little bit thin now. If he called here, I probably wouldn't be thinking about betting the river very often. And he did call, which is nice in a way because I think we're still getting some value, but it now leaves us with like a really dicey river spot where we've got around, what would that be, 2/3 pot effective left, and all of a sudden now left with not really knowing what to do. Doesn't feel like we can bet for value again, but it feels like if we check, we just allow him to completely own us by mostly value betting flushes and sets and things, and checking back with stuff like jacks, with certainly ace 10 with the diamond maybe, or checking back with stuff like pocket nines, pocket sevens with a diamond, all those kind of things. So I think he gets to check back all the stuff we don't really, we beat, and he gets to value bet all this stuff and put us in some really tough spots. And I guess he can have some bluffs, something like naked ace of diamonds. I don't think he's the sort of player that's going to value bet jacks that thinly here. I think he's going to check back hands like jacks a lot, nines a lot. So yeah, it was a bit of a grim spot, and I guess I'm just looking for some feedback on how I played the hammer sizings on all streets, my thought processes, and when we get to the river, what are we doing here? Are we betting? Are we check calling if he jams, or are we check folding? I guess those are the three options. I don't think he's ever going to bet like 7 or something here. If he did, I think that would be an easy call. It wouldn't be an issue. I kind of guess we're going to be thinking here, what are we doing versus a jam? If we check and he jams, what are we doing? Or should we now bet? I guess I've kind of given the game away by saying that I did check. But, should I have checked? Should I be jamming here for value? Should I be betting small? And that's calling it off, which seems horrible. Should I be check folding? Should I be check calling? What should we be doing here against a player that's like a decent regular, but not super aggro post flop? So there we go. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave some comments. Please hit the thumbs up button, and I'll be interested to see what you guys think of it. Bye bye for now.